yeah, it's a very nice trade, as you can see at my back. I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm going to do like a more detailed video about that setup which you're currently looking at. That is very blurry right there. So I just want to show you guys how I caught over $200 trading GBP JPY. I want to show you guys the setup and the psychology behind that trade. So mind you that I did not held the trade to full take profit, but it was a very clinical trade if I had held it, if I would say. But for the sake of this video, I just want to make it real quick. So it's so dark. I'm not sure if you guys can see my cool face, but it's kind of dark outside because this is where I normally make most of my videos. If you check my previous videos, this is the same background, just like the weather is kind of dark and it's as if it wants to rain. But okay, enough with the weather. Let's just go into the detail of this setup where I caught over $200. So I would have made more, but the thing is swap, because I held the trade for quite some time. So swap took the most the portion of the earnings which I made from that trade. But that's the thing about holding. That's the thing about swinging, because I don't usually like swinging. I like taking my trade and having my result instant. If it gets into my stop loss, you should get to stop loss. If it's going to stop take profit, you should just go to take profit already in a day. I don't like holding trade to exceed the day which I press it at the buy or the sell because of this swap stuff. And this is a 10K account though from good funded trader, and I'm currently in some really deep trade down. This trade actually saved me a lot. Yeah, it saved me, like usually saved the account, because the account was so close to breaching. I was down like 6%, but this trade brought me out to about reduced the drawdown to like 4%, if not 3%, if I would say, plus other earnings, plus other numbers that are associated to the figures. Yo, this shit is dark. It's crazily dark. I don't know, the weather is just somehow today. So I'm gonna go over to my screen and show you guys the setup, the trade, how I caught that bomber trade. As it stands now, I'm currently on another one. Hey guys, so I just paused the video just to have like a perfect scenery of the natural light, because the part which you saw before, it was a bit cloudy, so that's why it was dark. So now I think we now have a really good light out here. So what I'm saying is that I'm about to do like a detail. I don't know why you're going down. I'm about to do like a detailed video of how I caught that trade. So even the one I caught this morning, I have closed it because I discovered that price. I don't know, for some reason I just say okay, fine, let me close the trade because I have made enough. The goal here is to try to scale, or to try to pick up profit here and there, so I can get the account back to break even. So before, as a day before yesterday, the account was sitting at about 9,500 and something, which was so close to being breached. And as at now, the account is at 9,750, which should be about 2.5% for me to be out of drawdown. Alright, so now let me go over to my laptop screen. Let me show you guys what I see before taking this trade. Alright, and mind you, the way I trade is quite different, and everybody has the way they trade. Alright, so the way I trade is quite different than the usual, because I usually do like I use Fibonacci retracement on the price direction. So if price is bullish, I use my Fib tool to look for a price is going to come and pull back and tap in and continue bullish. If price is bearish, I look for a way that I can be able to capitalize on the market trend, either bullish or bearish. That's how I trade. No fancy stuff. Maybe Fibonacci is a bit fancy, but that's how I trade. I usually use zones to mark out the levels, and of course my target is always 1:3, but most times whenever I get to like 1:2, so it's no need for me to go for 1:3. If I find out that price is slowing down, I'll just go with what I have. In most cases it turns out bad, but in most cases it always ends up good. So it's like a 50-50 scenario, but sometimes whenever I close the trade is gonna keep moving, and I'll be like, and sometimes if I close the trade is gonna drop drastically at the point which I intend to leave. So that's trading for you. You leave when you feel very uncomfortable, you leave the market and go with what you have. So enough with all the preaching. Let me go over to my screen and let me show you guys how I got this trade. So guys, as you can see, this is the before. This is the before image of that trade. You can see here prices swept sell side liquidity to the upside. So I knew that okay fine, it's time for price to buy. Normally I would have cut the trade somewhere here, but I was not in the chart, so I needed to wait for another confirmation before taking the trade. Once I saw this move, this was where I entered. Now let's go back to the live chart. Let me show you how it looks right there. So let's take this off. As you can see, this is it here. This is so this is the after of that screenshot I just saw. But that was it. Even the price came so close to stop me out, and moved again. So once I saw this pullback somewhere here, I now use my fib to capitalize on the second entry, and again price moved a bit and then dropped to retest that same fib zone before moving straight up to take profit. So I did not hold it all the way to take profit though. As you can see, got it as a sweet tap there and the same thing as well. But I left somewhere here. This was where I left the trade. I think here. Once I saw this double top, I was scared that okay, as if price want to drop and come and stop me as I was like, okay, it's time for me to leave, and I left. So this was what I saw before taking this trade. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame because I usually do my analysis on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, our price has been moving in a series of higher highs and higher lows, which signifies uptrend. So for more clarity, let's use the daily time frame. Let me show you something right there because I only use 3 time frames: 4-hour, daily 4 and the 15 minutes. So as you can see right from the 4-hour daily time frame, as you can see the price has been moving in a series of higher highs, higher lows. There have been no significant lows in the market. They have just been highs, pullbacks. So it's enough for me to know okay fine, price is in a bullish momentum, so I should be looking for like buy entry. So as you can see here, all these zones you see here, these are my fib levels. As you can see tabs here. I would have cut this trade from the beginning, but I slept on it and the trade moved, and so I've been looking for a more detailed pullback. I waited here, it did not come, so I waited here as well, and all the way down to like the for a long time before I eventually catch this one. So let's go back to like the 4. As you can see here, price has also been moving in a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, just moving up to the upside, which signify what? A valid uptrend. So here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see price still maintain the same momentum, which is like bullish. So price keep moving up, tap here, move up, tap here, move up. So here at this particular area, I also have another confirmation for me to go in on a buy here. Again, I was not in the chart and I missed out on this one because if I use my fib to draw this level, you can see exactly this point. Let me take it to the other side. You can see this green side here, the green of this Fibonacci level. This is my main zone. This is where I usually wait for price to pull back to, and then I will now wait for like reaction before entering. So let's take it there. Oh shit, that noise is too much. So as you can see, that's how price was tapped in. So right there, and price start moving. Okay. So we are still in the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame, price still retaining the same bullish structure. So as you can see, that price was tapped. Just wait. Price tap with a wick and start moving up. So what I was looking for again is another possibly buy. So I now went over to like the 15-minute again to look for a quick one to check, and let's see. So again, so if I'm marked out from that particular low that tap into that zone, if I'm marked to the high, I haven't picked it to yet, and pick it up, mark from here to this high. I'm going to do a more detailed video about my strategy soon, but for now let's just get this one over with. So as you can see here, this is the green zone. That's the green zone. That's where my entry. That's where I always find my entry. If I take it to the side, you can see exactly at that area. You can also copy my Fibonacci settings if you want. You can see 0.75, 0.62, 0.5 underscore 0. This is my Fibonacci settings. So that is how I got the first trade the day before yesterday. As you can see, perfect day. And see what, let me take it off and see what price did. You see that weak rejection. You can see the same weak rejection right here is the same thing that repeats itself right here. Price just came and swept out this liquidity level. As you can see, this I also used a little bit of FVG to confirm my entry. You can see this FVG indicator here also indicate that there's a fair value gap here for me to enter. Once I saw this sweep, I saw this, saw that again. I was still hesitating on this trade. I did not take it. I would have taken it down here, but for some reason I needed to see more confirmation. Once I saw this big bullish candle, that was where I entered, and price moved up and came back. Once I saw this bullish move, I was very certain that price is going to get to my next fair value gap level, which is right here. See, FVG, that's a sell fair value gap. So that's like my take profit area. So as you can see, our price just get there. See here, FVG here, price just get there and price dropped. So that was where once I saw these moves, I entered again for the second entry. This the same thing, same pattern, same strategy, and all of that. And then drag it from the lowest point of the last touch to the highest before the retracement, and I saw that is where I now got my second entry. You see, same zone, same everything, nothing fancy, nothing stressful, no big English or big grammar. You can see same zone. That was where I entered again. You can see price was stopped and start moving. Price came again to give us like a double bottom on the same Fibonacci zone, and price now moved all the way down, all the way up to our take profit level. But I left here. I left the trade here, I did not. So that's how I made, I think, 200, but swap and commission took most part of it, but not all, just a portion of it. And this was today's trade. The same entry model again. There have been no changes whatsoever. The same entry model. As you can see, I'm not going to use my Fib tool and drag from this low to this high. Since price is bullish, we should be looking forward buys, and if price is bearish, we should be looking forward sales. So I've been looking for buys all through. So please stay there. So as you can see here, you also have the same level, that green zone here. So as you can see, from here to there, it's like me looking for buy. So once I saw that price has gotten to that zone, I was looking for a perfect what's it called, market structure, and there you go. I now see like an inverse head and shoulder, and also an inverse head and shoulder, which signifies that price is about to become bullish. And I entered here. So I'm not sure where I entered. I think it was because I entered late. I think it was somewhere here. Once I saw this candle just going up, and I said, "Oh, it's now time for us to get the most out of it." And I jumped on this as well. And immediately price get. I think I left here. Because it seems price want to change market direction, but for some reason I just choose to leave somewhere here, and I made some couples. I'm going to leave a screenshot of how much I earned from this trade. All right, so guys, that's it on this video. So I hope you gain value from this video. As you can see, that you can also copy my Fibonacci setting if you want to use it for yourself. If price is going down, if you're looking for sales, you're going to draw from the up to the down, and marked out this level, the green zone. For me, I call it the green zone. You can put any color that resonates with you. For me, I use the green zone because that's where I normally look for my entry. And then I want to wait for like this, for price to do something like this, tapping like that. Wait for like rejection, and I enter for a sell. Feel me? Save it is on the buy. Same model, same entry, same strategy. Nothing changes right here. So guys, that's it on this video, guys. So I'm going to see you guys on the next one. All right.